Hey guys, it's Andrew Houston here from Profitable Contractors. I'm here at this massive show here in Atlanta called the AHR Expo. This thing's huge. And what I wanted to talk to you guys about really quickly was, you know, when we look at these trade shows, I'm sure you guys have attended lots of them, all you tradies out there. And maybe some of you guys have actually set up a booth at a trade show. So I want to just touch on a couple of key things so you guys can make sure that your trade shows are as profitable as possible. So I'm just going to do a quick little scan here so you guys can see what's happening. So we got traffic at different places. We got some booths that are basically empty, and then we got this booth behind me. I don't know if you guys can see where there's a bit of a crowd. So one of the key things that you got to focus in on is like, how the heck do you get a crowd? I mean, if you can't get people to see your stuff, you're probably not going to get any business out of it, right? So what we're trying to really do is we're trying to grow our list as fast as possible and get our interaction and our relationship with these people as fast as possible. So I'm going to cover off two key areas that two key areas that you got to focus in on. Number one area is when you look at your booth, okay? You've got to have something that's going to draw these people in. So these guys behind me, what is it called? Zoom Lock as an example. They've got basically a bit of a game going on where they're showing this crimping tool. And they've got this audience, they got people engaged. So they're bringing them in and they're offering up some form of a prize, some sort of let's call it just like a lead magnet to magnetize and bring these people in. So you definitely want to have some sort of call to action to bring these people in. So that's one of the things. Make it fun, make it interactive, and they're also loud, right? They got a microphone. You can probably hear the guy talking right now. And 90% of these booths here have got nothing. They got people just standing around, and most of the people standing around in the booth are basically the people that are working for that company. Like, what a waste of money, right? So make sure that you've got some sort of call to action. Make sure that you've got something that's going to bring these people in. Make sure you're loud, and you basically get their attention. Okay, another thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that from a booth perspective, okay, that you're located in an area that actually has traffic, okay? Make sure you're proactive and you map out exactly, where the traffic is going to be. I mean, I was at a booth today that was in the farthest corner and it was dead, right? So you want to be as close as possible to the entrance, and that's big, right? Because if you got nobody walking past you, no matter how loud you are, nobody's going to hear you. The other thing I want to talk about, so that was the first area, right? Just a couple of tips, is make sure you're loud and you can call to some form of attention, call to action, get people to come in. And with that being said, I guess my last little tip on that is when people are walking past your booth, talk to them, invite them in, right? Instead of saying, hey, how's it going? And them going, yeah, okay. Ask them what brought them to the show. Get the conversation happening as fast as possible by asking open-ended questions that you know that is going to generate a conversation. And that's one of the best questions you can ask is, hey man, what brought you to the show? They can say, hey, I'm just looking around. Okay, great. And then you can start getting more into the details of what you're looking for them. As to whether or not they're fit for you. And filter fast, right? You got some people that come to booths and all they are is time kickers. They're just wasting your time. So make sure you got a process and a script to make sure you eliminate and filter fast the tire kickers, the people that are just wasting your time, so you can focus on the true prospects and track your prospects, right? Have a list, have some form of tracking mechanism to gather their information so that you can, react and respond to it very, very promptly. So the last section I want to talk about with you guys is something that a lot of people don't really tap into. I've got a whole bag full of this, by the way. It's called alliances. So, I was brought down to this booth, down to the show to speak for a company called Jobber, which is a great company, great software if you haven't looked into them, for you guys to look at. Now, with that being said, a lot of people that come to these shows and they're just focused in on the people walking past. But the real question is, who are other people, other booths, other owners that are trying to attract the same target audience as you, that maybe has a list of hundreds or thousands of your target audience that are right there live, that you can take 15, 20 minutes, go through the directory, target those people, have a conversation with them, and obviously set up next step actions. Hey, well, I'll talk to you next week. So I've got a whole bag full of this, right? It only takes one or two strategic alliances that for you to partner up with that can share referrals with you that can give you business, and you can give business back to them. So guys, I guess in a nutshell, make sure you're proactive at these trade shows. Don't go to them hoping to get business. Go to them with a strategic plan to make sure that you do get business, all right? Because that's where the money's going to be at, is actually having a plan, a profit plan to make sure that you walk away with it being an investment versus an expense. So this is Andrew Houston from Profit for Contractors. I look forward to seeing you guys on the flip side, and we'll catch on the flip, all right? See ya later, bye.